Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. I am Bekah Jo, the makeup tax lady, and today I am so very excited to open my Sydney Grace mystery bags. So the Sydney Grace Christmas in July sale is officially over, but the bags usually go on for a while. So if you didn't have a chance to grab one, keep an eye on the website. A couple of them are out of stock right now, but they may come back in stock at some point. And Sydney Grace usually does a Black Friday sale, so keep an eye out for upcoming sales. I purchased 3 of the mystery bags. They had a couple new options for mystery bags this year that are still on my bucket list. I may pick them up at a later date. But for right now, I chose to get the 3 smaller, or what they have done traditionally as mystery bags in the past. Sorry, my cat. She's distracting me. She's probably distracting you. So I picked up the 3 smaller, regular size mystery bags. They also have a couple options. One was a bag completely of single eyeshadows, and then there was another one that's full that they call the big bag. I know Kelly from Keep Beauty Real got a couple different options than I did, and she has already unboxed hers on camera. So I will link her video down below. One thing to keep in mind is that the mystery bags are not guaranteed to have the same products across the board. So just because these are what's in mine may not necessarily be what everyone else has gotten in theirs. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in picking them up. Of the 3 bags that I got, I picked up the light version in all 3. Another awesome thing that if you've heard of Sydney Grace before, you've probably heard that they do a lot of their palettes and then things like mystery bags. They have options for light and deep. So if you have preferences towards lighter colors, deeper colors, or if you have a deeper skin tone or a lighter skin tone, you can pick accordingly the option that would best work for you. So I got the 3 light, smallish mystery bags, and I haven't opened the box yet. I just got home from work, so let's find out what's in here. So I have gotten a couple of the mystery bags in the past, and I can tell you that the bags are a different shape this year, which I think is really cool. And honestly, I wasn't planning on picking any up until they started to reveal them, and then I couldn't not pick them up. I can't wait to see what's inside. Okay, first things first, I see a single shadow in here. I haven't even opened the bags yet, but I see a single shadow in here. Let's see what she is. This is so pretty. This is the shade I Love You. This is just a pressed pigment. It looks like a deep purple. I will swatch it. What a pretty shade. So that was a nice little surprise. That was not, again, not part of any of the mystery bags, just a nice little single shadow. And the one other order that I have opened that I've gotten from the Christmas in July sale, I had a couple surprise single shadows in there too. So on top of really great deals, they've provided additional items with purchase. Sydney Grace is the best. Okay, so I was just taking the bags out of the box and I got a sticker. I already have one of these, but these are so cute. Christmas in July, a little snowman, so cute. And there's another single shadow. It was in the bottom. Another single shadow in the bottom of the box. So let's take it out and swatch it. Okay, so the second freebie single shadow that was in my box is actually one of the ones that I opened the other day from my box. So this, I will find a new home for this one. This is a matte. The shade is Voila. Please forgive my cat. I have too many of them. So there is the matte. It's a terrible swatch. There's the matte in the shade Voila, another beautiful shade. Okay, so here are the 3 bags. Let me see if I remember this. The cream bag is the Latte bag in light. The gray bag is the light bag for the creams bag. So creams is in cream products. If you have ever followed me on Instagram, you know that I love Sydney Grace's cream shadows. I have really been enjoying the one blush of theirs that I have. And so I ordered another blush of what they released, a blush and a highlighter. And I'm really hoping that there's a cream bronzer in here. We'll find out. And the third bag is it's a light pink bag and it's got purples in it, which I love purples. Purples, creams, and latte. Speaking my language. So just a note on these bags real quick, they feel really soft. I don't imagine that they're real leather. They're probably a faux leather. They have a beautiful rose gold zipper, and they have 2 zippers, so you can, put the zippers wherever you want to around them. And a little indentation and some rose gold embossing of the name Sydney Grace. Okay, I don't want the things to fall out. Okay, first item in here is one of Sydney Grace's face brushes. I believe this is one that I already have, SGF02, I'll have to check that. And if it is one of my favorite brushes, and one that I said in a couple videos ago, I would be happy to have more than one of. It's a really great size. It would be great for highlighter. I like to use it for powder. I actually kind of use it for all over powder, or blush if you like a smaller brush for blush. Super soft, has the beautiful wooden handle. Very happy to have another one of these. In here, this is a little bit larger pan. I'm guessing this is a highlighter, and it's a nice light purpley shade. How fun. Yes, this is gorgeous. This is the highlighter in the shade Adventure Begins. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I would have ever gone out of my way to pick up a shade like that for a highlighter, but now that I have it, oh yeah, that's so pretty. I do have multiple other Sydney Grace highlighter shades, and I love them. They're so pretty. Ooh, another large pan here. This one looks like a blush. These aren't labeled on the back, so that's just a guess when I say I think it's a blush. How pretty is that? This is the shade Trust Yourself, and it looks like a fully matte shade. It's a nice light mauve-y pink. I will absolutely be using this shade. That is so very pretty. There's another large pan in here. Is this a bronzer? I don't have their face palette, so I don't have one of their bronzers. It is a bronzer! My day has been made. This is the shade Butter Cookie. Ooh, and it looks like a shimmery bronzer? Or maybe that's just the sheen of it. Maybe that's just a sheen. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That pairing right there. Okay, the remainder of the products in this bag, I have 5 look like single shadows, so let me open them and we will do swatches. These are so pretty. Okay, I will make sure to insert still pictures of the products themselves and of swatches so that you can reference them easily too. Here we have a matte in the shade Make It Happen. This is a very light, bright shade that I personally enjoy having those shades in my collection. Next is the shade All or Nothing. These swatches, I am so sorry. I'm definitely getting some use out of this beautiful shade. This is Start Somewhere. I love me some purple. Gorgeous. This is the shade In It to Win It. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. And lastly, for my purples bag, this is the shade One Day at a Time. So these two shades here are pressed pigments, and then 1, 2, 3 are mattes. We have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. Okay, next, let's go into the Latte bag. Oh, yay! So we have another face brush in here, and I believe again that this is one that I already have, but it is a great brush, and I'm happy to have this one too. So compared to the last one, this brush is a little bit shorter and not quite as fluffy. It's a little bit more dense. This is a beautiful brush for, again, you can use it for highlighter, you could use it for concealing under the eyes if you wanted to. It works great for blush, and honestly that's what I tend to use it for. Sydney Grace recommends this brush with their cream blush, and that's exactly how I use it, and I love it for that purpose. So I am grateful to have a second brush of this as well. Next, we have a lip topper in the shade Nicole, and I can't be sure, but this kind of looks like a multi-chrome. I have one of their lip toppers already, and I do enjoy it. This is pretty. I don't know if that's multi-chrome, but my goodness, is that pretty. Let's put some on. That is pretty. You see they go on a little bit more sheer. I already have one of these and I enjoy it. It makes for a nice like afternoon, you just want to put something glossy on, but not too pigmented so you don't have to think about it too much. But they're moisturizing, so I'm happy to have one of these. We have creams! Okay, we have a cream blush and a cream highlighter in the little box. So this is the highlighter in the shade Head in the Clouds. I would say that's a nice champagne-y shade. It looks a little peach on screen, but it almost looks a little pink in person, but it's very, very subtle in color. It's just kind of a champagne neutral shade. There's the shade on my finger. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. You know when you get something new, especially new makeup, and like that's what you want to wear? So I just opened my one purchase from Sydney Grace yesterday, and then I'm opening this one now, and I'm thinking like, how can I wear all of it at once? Because I want to wear all of it as soon as possible, which would be tomorrow. I don't know how to do that. Next we have cream blush in the shade My Love. Ooh, a nice, pretty, neutral, leaning peachy shade. Very pretty. I imagine this will be very flattering on a lot of skin tones because it's a neutral. Very nice. Okay, the other items in the Latte bag, we've got 5 single shadows, so let me get them out of their little envelopes and swatch. Here we have a matte. This is the shade Sitting on the Dock. Again, this is a light. This one has a little more depth to it than the first shade over here. It's a little bit deeper, but not much. But again, I don't mind. I enjoy very light eyeshadow tones like this. This is a pressed pigment in the shade Fireworks. Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is the shade Horseback Riding. This is a matte. Next, we have a pressed pigment in the shade Kite Flying. Would you just look at it? And last, for the single shadows in my Latte Light bag, this is a matte in the shade Backpacking. Again, my terrible swatches. Okay, so here are swatches of the products that I received in my Latte Light mystery bag. Okay, I am loving everything so far and so glad that I picked these up. Cannot wait to play with them. One bag to go, and that is the light gray, light version of the bag with cream products in it. I will plan to swatch the rest of them on this arm. I think that'll work. I used up a lot of space on this arm, so we'll try this arm. Ta-da! Yes, 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 yes. Okay, right off the bat, cream shadow, cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlighter. And then there are some envelopes with something in them. We're gonna start with the cream shadow. This is the shade Divinity. Haha, you can't tell what it is yet. Ooh, love me a taupey shade. Taupey purple? If you're curious about using the cream shadows or you'd like to see them used in action, let me know. I would love to do those videos if that's something you'd like to see. That is too much. Look. Do you see the metallic impact that shade has? Ooh, there's gold sparkles in this shade. I don't know if it'll pick up. I'm in love. I love that. That is so gorgeous. That's a taupey, almost like a purple taupe. I don't know if it's gonna show up that way on screen. With some gold sparkles and then a pinky purple base to it. That might be my new favorite cream shadow. And if you know me, you know that I have a lot of favorites of Sydney Grace cream shadows already. So for it to be this perfect right off the bat. By the way, if you see scratches on the back of my arm, this arm, they're from my cat. They look terrible. I know, I'm trying to avoid putting them on camera, but like you can see this one. It's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine. Just know that I know that it looks terrible. I'm trying to avoid getting it on camera. Here we have cream bronzer in the shade Bon Bon. Ooh, that's a warm shade. That is pretty. Let's swatch it out. Sydney Grace, I tell you, when they make new products, they do them right. They do them right. That is so pretty. I'll have to play with that bronzer a bit. That looks a little deeper than what I would usually gravitate toward for a bronzer, but it might sheer out a bit. Now that I have that new 01 face brush, I will play around with that bronzer and have some fun with it. Next is cream blush in the shade Strawberry Cheesecake. Yes, yes, yes. Now we're talking. That is my kind of blush shade. Looks to be like a mid-tone mauve. Very neutral in tone, not too warm, not too cool. Beautiful shade. Strawberry cheesecake indeed. Here is cream highlighter in the shade Sugar Cookie. Ooh. Oh, that's a pretty shade. That's very light. Makes me think of an opal. Ooh. Pigmented. Oh, gorgeous. It has almost a little bit of pink to it in a very flattering way. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have 4 single shadows. So let me open them and swatch them out for you. Okay, let me just say I'm glad I opened these last because these are all named like desserts and I haven't had dinner yet. So now I'm hungry. So our first shade here is a pressed pigment in the shade Coffee Cake. Gorgeous shade. Gorgeous. Now we have a matte in the shade Peanut Butter Cookie. Again, one of those lighter matte shades that I will get a lot of use out of. Next is a matte in the shade Petit Four. Petit Four. That goes really well with that bronzer shade. And last but certainly not least, we have a pressed pigment in the shade Butter Cake. Lovely. So here are all of the swatches of everything. Beautiful, and these are 100% all shades that I will be wearing. So I am so glad that I chose to pick these up. So let me know down below, did you shop anything from the Christmas in July sale? Did you pick up the mystery bags? If you did, I'd be curious to hear how the products that you got differ from what I got or from what other people are saying. And I cannot wait to play with these. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope to see you around again. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and catch you around next time. And now I'm off to watch Kelly's video.